Well, from a legal point of view, because of the legal side of it, it's difficult for me to comment. Or the only thing I can say is I didn't think James should have been there, irrespective whether he got into trouble or not. Like, I mean, which is the biggest profile public house in this country probably, and I think that I think it would be probably a bit better if he'd stayed away. But from a club's point of view, there's nothing he's broken in terms of rules, because it's, you know, five or 6 days for the next game. So what's happened from a legal point of view, we'll have to wait and see. So I can't really comment any further on that.
So just to clarify that the players weren't under any instructions, because I know the Christmas party was cancelled. They weren't under any instructions not to go out or
No, not really. I think that I'd have expected them to be professional enough without having me to tell them what they should or shouldn't be doing. But like I said, within the confines of what we can do and what we can restrict them to, based on the fact that we can't ban anybody 100% from doing anything, because the PFA wouldn't allow us to do that. So we have certain restrictions about being on licensed premises from a certain time in the week to when the next game comes along, and that was well outside of that.
Because of your potential headaches in that area, and obviously Winston Reid, does that affect any kind of punishment that you personally might like to mete out?
Well, I can't give any punishment out yet because he's pleaded not guilty, and I think so until there's a conclusion over the case, then we can see what the situation is from a football point of view. Is a football that we need, who's obviously a big player for West Ham, and is a West Ham born and bred, like, you know. And it's an incident we wish it had never happened, and we won't really know the outcome on what until if it goes to court, what the court case comes, then we'll know, you know, on how severe it was. So until then, it's you know, get on with the job, get on with performing well for West Ham if and when you're selected.
Appreciate your help on that, Sam. Onto the football. You saw the game last night, and Arsenal next for you.
Yes, I think there's a very tactical game last night. I think that I have to give a lot down to the conditions, perhaps for the lack of excitement in both boxes, and I think that when Arsenal went the entire 90 minutes playing at home with, I think they sneaked one shot on target, shows you how well Chelsea defended on the night, but maybe the weather had something to do with that as well. But yeah, it's something we could do with doing against them on Boxing Day, locking them out like Chelsea did, and see what we can get from there.
Obviously, you were at Old Trafford. You've had a couple of days more rest than Arsenal. Would that be significant? It
may well be, but I mean, I think that I could have said that against Manchester United. Not the fact that Manchester United played the same time as us against Stoke. Manchester United have had a lot more Champions League games than we have, and they had one the week before that. But, you know, in the end, it's about your own mentality and about your own desire at this stage of the season to drive yourself through. When you get that little bit more fatigue because there's that many games coming along in such a quick period, it's about waking up in the morning and thinking positively. It's about waking up saying, no, I'm not tired. It's about going in and saying, yes, I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to drive myself on to try and get results. I think that it lies more in the mental and the physical side. These lads can't be physically any fitter. Mentally, they've got to drive themselves on.
And in terms of an event, don't come much better, do they? Two great traditional old clubs on a traditional Boxing Day fixture.
Yeah, I mean, we got tumbled over twice last year. Not so much at home because it only happened in the last quarter of the game. I think when we were looking like we might actually get a winner, they hit us on the break twice, and punished us severely by leaving those spaces. But obviously they gave us a second half good hiding at the Emirates. So we'll give it our best shot. I think that we go and we protect ourselves on Arsenal's abilities, like we saw Chelsea do the other night, and then we try and exploit some of the weaknesses that I have to say are not as apparent as they used to be defensively. I think that there's a lot of work gone on quietly about how well they defend now, and that's why they're near the top of the league, I think.
Obviously, after Christmas we have New Year, and then it's the January transfer window. We're all getting very excited already.
Oh yeah, wish I was.
Asamoah Gyan you're being linked with as a loan move.
Well, we'll be linked with anybody that's a centre forward that might be coming back into this country. So, and if there's a player of that any sort of quality, we'd try and find out what the situation might be. But it is nothing more than that.
So not a no, but not a definite yes either.
Absolutely.
That'll do. And can I just ask one about Tim Sherwood? I'm sure you come across him in the game.
Many times. Yeah, many times.
Have you worked together? Sorry, I've been trying to do all
Haven't worked together, no. I mean, but on TV, yes, I think we have. But I think that Tim's going to take the bull by the horns, isn't he? I think you all know that. I think he's going to go and do it his own way and being his own man, and he'll give it his best shot, and we'll find out whether that works or whether it doesn't in the next. Well, certainly from this season's point of view, from now till the end, and then obviously next. So it's really good luck to him and Les and Chris Ramsey, because obviously Les did play for me for a short while. So I got great respect for all three of them, and being a bit of a patriot, being British or English, whatever, it's nice to see some of them at the top, and hopefully they can do as well as Harry did.